So big futures ahead for both of them.
They are, and they say styles make fights, and these two guys have got completely different styles. There's the excitement machine, Eli Taufuli up against the more steady, take your time sort of a fighter in Nate Law.
Okay, let's go back to that.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 84 kg super fight of the evening. It is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds of kickboxing action. It is brought to you by Glitch Free. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Enters the ring wearing black trunks with white trim. Hailing from Auckland, New Zealand, representing King's Academy, he is a WKN Amateur MMA World Champion, a WKA Amateur Kickboxing National Champion. He has 9 wins, 2 losses, 3 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Eli, the Roscoe South Gorilla, Taufuli. And his opponent fighting into the red corner enters the ring wearing black trunks with fluorescent trim. Hailing from Auckland, New Zealand, representing the Combat Academy. He has 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 win coming by way of KO. Introducing Nate Law! Fighters to the center ring, please, for Rebel John Conway's instructions.
All right, fighters, first of all, you both must be able to protect yourselves at all times. You're listening to my instructions. When I call break, stop what you're doing, you step away from each other until I say fight. We're fighting King of the Ring rules, both understand? Shake them up, back in the corner, out at the bell.
So John the Rebel Conway in control of this action. They're big men when we've been looking at 62 kg division for the best part of the night. Now to see the bigger men into action. Both of them won their last fights as well, so I hope you enjoyed this one. Eli Taufuli, that's him in the black shorts. He'll want to get it underway straight away. Up against the slightly taller Nate Law. This could and should be a good fight. Starting off with a nice high kick. Tuiavalu opts to go more towards the midriff. It was a southpaw as well. What do you know about these two, Tony?
I know that they both had knockouts at their last fight on the same event at Art of War 12, and Eli Taufuli, he knocked his opponent out with a head kick, where Nate Law used the knees.
Well, as such, both would be understandably cautious and somewhat guarded.
The other thing that's notable here is that Taufuli can fight in both styles, and he usually comes out in orthodox, but up against the southpaw and Nate Law, he's decided to come out in a southpaw stance as well.
So that was a good opening exchange here from the two. Starting to mix it up here a little more now. The crowd here have really enjoyed it. Limited in numbers for obvious reasons. Pleased to be taking this one and the action across the NZ, through Sky Sport and indeed across the world with the streaming services. These guys have global impact. International K1 as well, very popular as we see. Taufuli getting in, kicking, counteract, 3 twos here tonight.
A lot of work to the body at the end of that round by Taufuli, and that's for one purpose only. That's to get the hands down, because he loves the high kick. He's already knocked out 2 people with head kicks in his last couple of fights.
Well, both of them have got plenty of ability. Aged 20, 21, we could conceivably see them in the ring for some years ahead.
Definitely, they've both got a good future. Dan Hooker over there in the corner, let's see what he's got to say.
So you can start committing to the kicks. The kick's dog shit. You feel that kick landing. You feel that kick landing. So now you can put it in a little harder. Put it in a little harder to the leg. Put it in a lot harder to the body. Yeah. The middle kick either side.
Second down for round 2.
Gained a surge in popularity because of blokes like Dan, who've got international recognition. You've got young guys growing up in New Zealand now and seeing heroes in these combat sports and getting involved early. Tuavalu now wants to make the fight now. He comes at Nate Law. Into the corner they go. Law's advice, put a little bit more work into the body kicks. Hooker says, you know, you've got the range. Looking for that front kick, side kick this time around from Tuavalu.
We talked earlier in the night about how important the corners are, and that just shows you when you listen to Dan Hooker, you don't go out and just fire your best, hardest shots all the time. There's a lot more technique than that required.
So Eli trying to take the fight to Law.
Puts his head like that, you run a knee up the middle.
Taufuli getting in close now, trying to get the exchanges in. A little knee up into the midriff. A shot of the corner there for Law. Some wonderful experience, his guidance for him. Early stages of the career. This is key in the ring, 62 kgs, but at the moment we're watching one of the support bouts, the 84 kg division. Understandably cautious at the moment. Tuavalu getting a bit of pressure on now as Law starts to build in his momentum and energy. Might not sound long, 2 minutes, but when you're throwing and receiving the big punches and kicks, really saps the energy quickly. In comes Taufuli. Conway wants them apart, so do the crowd. Big long legs and using them with good effect at the moment. Nate Law. Just 10 seconds to go at the end of the second. Very effective with his leg kicks as well. Nate Law showing some great skill.
Great use of the range there by Nate Law. He really picked his shots. He stayed on the outside. He didn't let Eli, who was very dangerous inside, get in close enough into that 50-50 range. So great tactics.
Blind them with the lead hand. That leg is.
Here's some of the highlights there. Both very brave at the moment. Tuavalu, he's not backing down, that's for sure. Nate Law got a couple of good kicks on him. But the man from Rossville South, pleased to be able to show his wares as we go into his corner briefly. He's turning up the MMA tomorrow in this same venue as well. So the third and final round here. And this support bout, 84 kgs. Still winnable position for both fighters as we go into the early start.
Can't get past it. Keep that lead hand out. Can't get past it.
Well, with a high kick to the head. No power in it though. This time Eli comes in to the left leg, to the right thigh of Law. Repeats the order. We've got to supersize that. Let's see who gets busy in the final round. There's the high kick.
Eli's trying to set up for the high kick as well. He's going down, chopping the legs, trying to get the hands a little bit lower from Nate Law. Nate Law's not falling for it so far. He's trying to beat him to the punch and going high himself.
Yeah, it's an interesting exchange here. Quite the battle of mental strategy. Mental toughness, physical toughness and prowess on display here. We get to the final part of this round. In comes Eli this time around, through the middle with the knee. Comes Law. Both fighters drained of energy, but still just trying to do enough to get across the line. Kicks to the midriff from both. Now to the right. Into the corner they come this time. Looking for some exchanges here. Nate Law looks full of composure still at the moment. It's been a solid performance from the taller fighter. Ton of courage on display as well, though, from the Rossville South Gorilla. His name, not mine. As they come, there's the sign of the 10 seconds to come, and looking to finish off strongly here, Nate Law. So does Eli. Solid finish here for Nate Law. Terrific effort here in the 84 kg bout.
Yeah, I think Nate Law took the game plan away from Eli, and he wasn't able to do what he wants to do. He likes to keep his opponents under pressure and get them on the back foot, and Nate Law refused to go backwards. He used the ring well, he used the angles well, he did everything well. I think it was the best performance I've ever seen from Nate Law here tonight.
You know, he just looked like he had time, and good athletes make things look easy, and while obviously it wasn't, I thought he showed great composure. Still, it'll be a tough one here for the judges, but I think as we look into the corner of Nate Law, there's a confidence there at the moment as well. Hats off as well to Elijah, but let's go into Dan Hennessy for the decision.
Fighters in the center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision where we find a unanimous decision winner. For your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Nate Law!